Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel Pretty Little Bibliophile, and welcome if you are new. I'm Nika and I make book related videos, and as you can see from the title, today's video is going to be a reading vlog where I read one of my most anticipated books of this year, which is The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. So I'm really grateful to Caffeine Book Tours for giving me this opportunity, and a paperback copy of the book is also on its way to me. So I'm really excited to receive that and maybe do a couple of photo shoots with it and all of that. But yeah, today is the 1st of June and I'm really excited to start reading The Jasmine Throne. So before I begin with the reading vlog, let me first tell you what this book is about and share the synopsis. So The Jasmine Throne is the beginning to a new trilogy. It's set in a world inspired by the history and epics of India, in which a captive princess and a maidservant in possession of forbidden magic become unlikely allies on a dark journey to save their empire from the princess's traitor brother. Imprisoned by her dictator brother, Malini spends her days in isolation in the Hirana, an ancient temple that was once the source of the powerful, magical, deathless waters, but is now little more than a decaying ruin. Priya is a maidservant, one among several who make the treacherous journey up to the top of the Hirana every night to clean Malini's chambers. She is happy to be an anonymous drudge, so long as it keeps anyone from guessing the dangerous secret she hides. But when Malini accidentally bears witness to Priya's true nature, their destinies become irrevocably tangled. One is a vengeful princess seeking to depose her brother from his throne, the other is a priestess seeking to find her family. Together they will change the fate of an empire. So it sounds really interesting and I'm really excited to start reading it. Obviously I'm going to start reading it this afternoon. I just finished my first class of the semester, and well, I'm excited because I've had too long a break anyway, so I'm excited for the classes to start as well and to manage everything and have an active life. So yeah, I'll start reading this today and I'll let you know more about what I think and give you an update sometime later, maybe tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, see you soon. Hi guys, so I wanted to give you an update. I have just finished the first 10 chapters in this book and I'm quite liking it. That said, let me tell you what it's about so far. So far, the author has worked on the setting of the world, giving descriptions about the political system, a bit about the magic system, because it's still not fully delved into yet, because this is a pretty big book, and 10 chapters is only like 22%. So we've just started to get to know about the magic system, but apart from that, we have been introduced to a host of new characters, and I have made this list of characters so that I don't get confused about who's who's an ally, who's an enemy, all of that. So far it's really interesting, and it's only from the 7th chapter that we get to see the action. Before it was just setting about the people, about sort of everyday life, the characters going through everyday life and so on, and then it is only after that the action has started and we are getting to see a side of all the other different characters and all of that. So yeah, I have to say it's very interesting. I'm really liking it so far. I'll definitely be reading more of it sometime later. I'm taking a break now to study and all of that. So yeah, I'll keep you informed. I'm sure if you guys have read this book, you should definitely let me know what you think, because I have seen so many amazing reviews of this book. Everybody seems to love it. So if you have read this book, let me know what you think, and I look forward to your comments. Hi guys, so I thought I would take you along with me as I try to do a photo shoot to prepare a sort of books as outfits, cover creation for the book. So yeah, I'll do that. I've taken my mom's sari and a maroon blouse, which I think is pretty much similar to what Priya is wearing in the book cover. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll show you how the look comes out as before editing, after editing, all of that. So yeah, let's do this now. Hi guys, so time for another update. I've just finished reading the first 20 chapters of the Jasmine Throne, and here's what I think. Alright, so the last update I think I did was after chapter 10. So since then, again, I would say it begins a bit slowly, because even for the first, after like 11, 12, 13, it was a lot of world building and us getting to see the characters and their motives, their actions, all of that. And as I've just finished chapter 20, the first big explosion, not literally, but like the first big action has just happened, and I'm living for it. I'm really liking it. Then the relationship between Priya and Malini, Priya who is the maid and Malini who is the princess, their bond is just starting. Not, I would say, in a romantic way, but Priya is attracted to Malini, so it's going to be interesting from now on to see how it goes. And Priya has been telling Malini different tales from her people, from her place Ahiranya. So the way she has been telling some tales gives us a glimpse of their legends, their mythology, all of that. And it's very interesting to see how the author Tasha Suri has included real, actual beliefs and traditions of us Indians into their Ahiranya traditions. For instance, let me tell you about this thing. If someone is born under unlucky stars, like if there are some faults in their astrological chart when that are made when they are born, those people are called Manglik. I'm sure you guys, if you don't know, you could definitely check it up. They are called Mangliks. So in case you're a Manglik, what happens is that if you marry someone, your bad luck transfers to that person, and that person may get hurt or die or something like that. So what is done is that a Manglik person has to first marry a tree, so that all the bad luck transfers to the tree, and then they can go ahead and marry the actual person they want to marry. And I think this has been translated and transformed really well into a story within the book. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see that. I recognize that bit. I'm not actually sure if this tradition holds throughout India, because I'm from the northeast. As far as I know, and I might be wrong because I've seen this in movies and all, it's done in like parts of central India, more so north and central India. I'm not sure if this practice is done in the northeast or the south. So I don't know about that, but overall it's going great. Really enjoying the story, the way it has been building up, how every different party, I would say, are doing their bit, whether they're good or evil, or they're taking the middle ground, all of that. So it's going really well. And now I'm gonna take a break, do a bit of studying and all of that, and I'll inform you about my thoughts sometime later. So yeah. Hi guys, so I have just finished chapter 40, and I thought I would give you an update. From chapter 20 to 40, it has been the story has become very interesting, so I read a lot of it, and I forgot to film the update. But so from chapter 20 to, I would say it begins a bit slowly with, I don't want to give any spoilers either, but with the characters Malini via Priya trying to find allies and make such deals and all of that. And it also focuses a lot on on Priya's growth, mental, psychological, as well as emotional. The Priya that you see in the beginning of chapter 21 is vastly different from the Priya that you'll see in chapter 40, not 40, but I think 39. So yeah, it's very interesting to see that character arc, and mostly of Priya, obviously. And other than that, it's been interesting also seeing the moral dilemmas of the other characters in this book, the other princess and all of that. So it's going good, and I think that's all that I'm going to say. I'm gonna continue reading from chapter 41 now. I am 64% in, so I'll let you know more about what I think about it after I'm done. because from chapter 20 to 41 reads fairly quickly. It read fairly quickly, so let's see how it goes. The rest of the books, there are total 70 chapters in this book. Yeah, 70, and I'm in chapter 41. I'll start chapter 41 next. So yeah, I'll see you soon, and I'll share the updates with you later on. Hi guys, so it's a couple of days later and I have been reading the book since then. I've just finished chapter 60 and I wanted to give you my impressions before I start reading the last bit, because there are 70 chapters. So I'll let me give you my thoughts about the book so far. We are finally getting to see the political side, the politician that Malini is, and the way that deals are being struck, vows are being made, allies are being made. It's very interesting, and there was this goodbye scene that really broke my heart, and I'm hoping that it works out the way I want it to, but let's see how it happens, because this is the first book in the trilogy and there are still 2 more left. So that's that. The romance is also a very slow burn. It has been slow burn throughout the book, and it has been only in the last few chapters, like chapter 50 onwards, that it started to build up, and now we've just come across a very heartbreaking scene. So that's that. But it's very interesting to see how each of the characters have developed, and especially because everybody has been keeping secrets for so long, and now they are slowly being revealed. So it's really interesting to see. And I've just finished chapter 60, like I just said, so I'm excited to see how it all wraps up, because there are only just 10 chapters left. So I'm thinking that it's going to be very fast paced. That said, now that I've read till chapter 60, I can definitely say that the book picks up kind of slowly. The pacing is a bit slow in the beginning and in the middle, but like after chapter 40, I think it started to pick up pace, so that's good. Overall, I really am enjoying it. So yeah, that's my update. I'm going to continue reading the last bit of it, and then I'll let you know more about what I think. Hi guys, so I have just finished reading the Jasmine Throne, and I have taken some time enough for me to properly form my thoughts and let you know what I thought about it. But spoiler alert, I really loved this amazing book. Many thanks to Caffeine Book Tours for letting me be on this blog tour, and I have to say I loved every bit of it. Now, if you are looking for an adult fantasy that also has amazing desi inspiration, to be very specific, Indian inspiration, and a sapphic romance with amazing world building and politics and all of that with magic as well, then I would definitely recommend you to pick up this book. I'll also make sure to include all the links down below so that you can check out the book and get it for yourself. And on that note, I would really once again tell you to get it as soon as possible, because even though it's quite long, it's really good, and I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. Right, so let me talk about a few things that I really liked in this book. I'm sure I've already told you all about the synopsis of the book, but basically it's Malini, the exiled princess, and Priya, the maidservant, who's actually also in possession of forbidden magic. So in this book we get to see some amazing characters and a really good family dynamic, as well as basic human relationships that are very nuanced. For instance, we see Malini, she's in exile, so you can obviously infer that she has been tortured by her brother, who's not at all a good person. He likes to burn people for sport, not really sport, but he's a zealot. And then we also have Priya, on the other hand, who's had to go through so much and is kind of now living in fear of her identity being found out, and how she's coping with all of that. And then we also have Bhumika, who is another, I won't give you any spoilers, but then she is coping with her own secrets while being married to the regent, and how precarious her position is because of the political position that she has in her city state, I would say. So overall, it was really interesting, and the way that these 3 characters interacted among each other with I have to say that these characters are very morally gray. They're not totally bad or totally good, so it's very difficult to, as a reader, form certain either black or white opinions about them. In that, I think that they were very much like realistic human characters in their portrayal, and I think the author has done really well in this portrayal. Then I have to also give credit where it's due, because the way that the author has taken up different I would say tradition beliefs from our actual Indian life, and included them in the myths and legends and practices of these people in the book. It's very, very interesting, and especially when you intertwine actual practices with certain elements of fantasy and myth, it's always an entirely amazing and a very novel product that comes out, and the way that the author has done this is really, really good. Then in terms of world building, the author has also again done a great job. I mean, this book is a really good one, so I mean, it's not surprising that overall it's a very good experience for me as a reader to go through. Once again, it's very reminiscent of ancient India, the way it has been portrayed, and the magic system that has been included, as well as the different politics of the city-states that are under the main empire and all of that, how all of these princess, or just one princess really, and then there are so many of these princes from different states, the way they all do their business while trying to be all nice on the surface, but underneath they're all cunning and capricious. It's really, really interesting to see. And lastly, the romance is very slow burn, so if that's something that you like, I would really recommend you to go through with this book. I really enjoyed it. There's this, I mean, I'm sure you guys already know that this is a sapphic romance, so there's this waterfall wet sari scene, which is like a Bollywood movie, so it was really fun reading that bit as well. As for me, I think that the only thing that fell a bit short, or one thing that did not work for me as a reader, was how it was kind of very slow paced in the beginning. But that said, since I felt like that when I was reading the book, but now since I've finished reading the book and can get a whole picture of what it is about, I think it does justice to the whole story, the way it starts slowly but then picks up. It's also reminiscent of how the lives of these people are. In the beginning, it's a bit abruptive, obviously, but then the politics, the magic, the rebellion, everything gets in between, and then it's fast paced, obviously. Again, that said, this is the first book in a trilogy. It's going to be a trilogy, and I feel like this is very much sort of a prologue to the next book, because I would say that this book gives us a lot of backstory, and only from the next book will we get to see actual action and all of that. So it's really, really interesting. I rated this book 5 out of 5 star, and I would definitely recommend you to pick it up if you haven't already. Once again, I've made sure to include all the links down below, so do get yourself one and read it and let me know what you think. If you've already read it, then do tell me what you felt about it in the comment section down below. And yeah, once again, thanks to Caffeine Book Tours for including me on this book tour, and I'm really, really happy with my experience with this book. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful time reading this book, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon down below and click on the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. That said, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. What are you waiting for? So yeah, I'll see you again. Take care. Peace out. Bye.